Assalamu alaikum. As you know, in IElTS writing task 2, you need to write at least 250 words, the minimum number of words required for this task. In this case, because it's difficult for some students because of the typing if it's computerized, I'll help you today with some sentences. These sentences, we can call them jokers, the wild cards. You can use them with varied topics, either negative or positive topics, and they are handy. So please try to take a screenshot of these important words and be aware of how to form these sentences. Try to study them before the test and take a short glance in the morning of the test. It would help you to generate ideas. Let's kick off. Okay, this is the list of the words we're gonna use today. Problems, obstacles, difficulties, risks, concerns, threat, danger, and issue. We are going to use verbs which collocate with all these words and adjectives which collocate with all these words to make negative and positive sentences, which you can use in almost all kinds of paragraphs and essays. We'll start with the negative sentences. We have the list of the words on the right. On the left side, the beginning, the subject of the sentence will be the negative causes. Negative causes such as what? The things which cause harm, danger, cause difficulties, obstacles to what? To the environment, to people, to anything. The negative cause, such as what? Such as pollution, drugs, whatsoever. And then you have the verb and then an adjective. The adjectives are optionary. You can use an adjective before these words. It's better to use it, sure, because you need to write advanced sentences to show the examiner that I'm good at writing, I have lots of vocabulary, I can make complex sentences and compound sentences and different kinds of sentences. Okay, how can I do it? Let's cut the long story short. Let's start. Pollution, you start the sentence with the cause, the negative cause, pollution. What else? We can drugs, addiction, carbon dioxide, terrorism, any negative causes, as we said. Plus what? Is or are. You can say addiction is a problem. It's an easy sentence. Or you can say cause. Drugs causes what? We'll see the examples. Pollution, present, create, pose, increase, exacerbate. And then you need to use what? You need to use the indefinite articles or the definite articles before the words or before the adjective. If it's singular, use a or an, the. If it's definite, you can use many. Numerous, don't use a lot of because the word a lot of is informal word. It's better not to use it. And now we have the adjectives. Considerable, enormous, grave, severe, critical, dangerous, serious, real, major, significant, long-lasting, persistent, urgent, deep-rooted, ethical. These adjectives, you can form any sentence using the word, the subject, and then choose a verb. It's better to choose some advanced verbs. Pose, create, present, exacerbate, and then you use the adjective and the word. Please take a screenshot of the whole screen, and after that, I'll show you the examples. Addiction is a persistent difficulty that needs to be addressed in any society. Look here, I start with the negative cause, which is addiction. And then I use the verb is from here. And then persistent, the word persistent, difficulty. I can change the word difficulty and put a problem, obstacle, according to the meaning and according to your choice and the memorization of the word. Because if you don't memorize the word, don't use it. Sure. That needs to be addressed in any society. I made a complete video about the word address and the multi-use of it. Drugs present severe threats to all youth in African countries. I used the negative cause, which is drugs. I took the word present. Can I use create? Yes, you can use it. Pose? Okay, according to the meaning. Severe, present, severe threat. I took the adjective severe. I can use grave, critical. Threats to all youth in African countries. These words, all of them are countable. They have singular and they have plural. But be careful with the word danger and how to use it because in some cases it's uncountable. Check this word only. Another example, pollution exacerbate numerous deep-rooted health problems. Terrorism, the T here, presents a critical obstacle to the development of many countries. You know how to use it now. Choose the cause, the adjective, and then the word. And now let's use the same words but in a positive context to make positive sentence. Starting the sentence with the subject, which is affected by the problems, challenges, difficulties, obstacles, risks. means what? We're not going to start with the negative cause. We'll start with the subject, which is affected by it. Affected by drugs like youth, like a country, a society, whatsoever. Plus a verb and then adjectives. Different adjectives, different verbs. Let's start making, structuring positive sentences. We start with the subject, which is affected by the negative causes. Many countries, France, society, youth, community, the government, anything, parents. And then we need to have the verb. We have the verb. For instance, suffer from, be aware, pay attention to the subject-verb agreement. If it's plural, if it's singular, if it's in the past, you change the verb, conjugate it. Experience as a verb. Face, confront, encounter, alleviate. This word collocates with many important words. You can use it in formal context. What's the meaning of alleviate? Alleviate means to reduce, decrease the impact of a problem, of a difficulty, of an obstacle, make it less impactful. We have the word overcome, eradicate or stem, finish, solve, deal with, address. And then is fraught with. If something is fraught with, it has a lot of things in. We use it in negative context. I can say my area is fraught with dogs. Lots of dogs live there. We need what? The second thing, we need the prepositions. The definite article, the definite and indefinite articles. Or an or that or many or numerous. And we said before, these words are what? Are countable, singular and plural. Considerable, enormous, grave, severe, dangerous, serious, real, major, long-lasting, persistent, urgent, deep-rooted, ethical, and the word significant. Please take a screenshot of the whole screen, and after that I'll show you the examples. You can use a mixture of all these words together, as we highlighted before. The government tries to overcome the numerous deep-rooted problems of corruption. The government, I used only the word tries to overcome, but I use overcome. The numerous deep-rooted problem, I use the word numerous or many. Deep-rooted, I use the adjective here, so I took overcome from the verbs, as I told you. Many countries encounter enormous difficulties. Encounter similar to face. Enormous difficulties. I take the adjective and the word difficulties. I can change the word difficulties and say risks, threats, concerns, the issue, as you like. Parents attempt to alleviate the severe threat of harmful websites to their children. The severe threat, I use the adjective severe and threat. I can change threat and put danger. Egypt has addressed the long-lasting. I use the word addressed. The long-lasting, stays for a long time, problem. I can say difficulty, I can say obstacle. And now the last example, the government tries to overcome the numerous deep-rooted problem of corruption. I can change deep-rooted and say persistent, urgent. I can change overcome and say eradicate. I can say stem. I can say solve, deal with. Now how about what comes after these words? We've already studied what come before them. Speak about the verb, starting with negative and positive, subject, verb and adjectives. What come after them? Look here, these words, we can use of, then the name of the problem. So the problem of malnourished children, the problem of financial stabilities. Okay, all can use of plus the name of the problem. We use it with all of them. Of plus verb ing, problem of smoking, of taking drugs, of wasting money. Then we have how to plus the verb in infinitive, problem of how to subsidize poor people, the problem of how to manage the economy, the risks of how to deal with younger generations, the danger of how to deal with gangs in streets. Then we have concerning plus the name of the problem. Concerning plus the name of the problem or plus verb ing. Concerning pollution, concerning drug addiction, concerning deforestation. In relation to plus the name of the problem, as we said before, to or for, then the name of the affected person or place or an entity. Anything is affected by the problem. Causes lots of problems to people. Obstacles to many of the workers in this field. Threat to the environment, danger for citizens in this city. The last one, in plus the place, in America, in China, in any place. And now it's more importantly to study some examples and analyze them. The first example, Spain has faced the problem of unemployment for many years. we want to replace the word faced. Which word is suitable or has the same meaning or similar meaning to the word faced? As you see this example, I'm constructing the sentence similar to the ones I showed you before, but without the adjectives. Without the adjective here, because Spain has faced the problem. Just I put the problem, no adjective before it. We'll speak about it now. But firstly, the word faced. Can we change it with a similar verb? Confronted, suffered from, encountered, or experienced. The word encounter, sure, is similar. Because Spain, it will be Spain has encountered the problem of unemployment. Okay. Confronted, yes, the meaning is close to it. Suffer from, no, we cannot say suffer from because now the meaning is different. Yes, the sentence is correct, but it's different. Experienced, if you experience something, you go through it. It doesn't mean you faced it. Face, it's similar to confront or encounter. If you face something, you try to overcome it. You try to tackle or handle it. Now, how about the adjective before the verb? Which adjective I can add before the word problem? Can you remember from the words I showed to you? Yes, we can say what? Real problem, deep-rooted problem, underlying problem, serious problem, long-lasting, dangerous, grave or severe, persistent, urgent. Now the sentence is stronger. You showed the examiner that you know more words. The meaning is deepened and the connotative meaning is stronger. Another example, the Olympic Committee has tried to solve the severe difficulties of participating in games for many years. Let's analyze this sentence. The verb solve. Which one similar to it? Which one close to the meaning, to the word solve? Exacerbate? No. If you exacerbate something, you make it worse. Eradicate, overcome, address, alleviate. The best answer is eradicate, overcome, solve. Yes, similar to it. Overcome. Eradicate, to stem it, to finish it. So eradicate, you can swap eradicate for solve. They can work interchangeably in this context. Address, the word address, no, we cannot use it because address means handle. Not the meaning. Yes, you can use it, but it doesn't have the same exact meaning of the word solve. Because address, handle, tackle, deal with. Alleviate, similar to solve? No, alleviate, not similar to solve, because alleviate means to make a problem less difficult, to make a problem less impactful, as we said. Now, the verb, the adjective, severe difficulties. The word severe, can I change it? Yes, you can change it with real, deep-rooted. Do you remember the adjectives? Underlying, serious, long-lasting, dangerous, grave, persistent, or urgent, according to the meaning. These are other examples you can study.